Yo, let's get the business.
But yo, let's get the business. How you doing, Kandi?
Pretty good. How about you?
What's going on? I feel pretty good, pretty brilliant. I had a nice, slight little breakfast.
Oh,
Got me
okay.
a little coffee. I see your breakfast.
Yeah, Red Bull. That's about it.
So, tell the people where we're at in this this brilliant, this cool, nifty looking location.
So this is Lucky Neko Tattoo. It was going to be a private studio, but fortunately for me, I actually have an artist on hand already.
Nice.
So it's just a regular studio now. It's off of South Preston at 2213.
Man, she kept it really light. This is a nice, very nifty, creative, brilliant, bright anime tattoo shop that she owns, that she has established and put together herself. And the outcome is looking nice. And at least we want to get tatted.
Hey,
man,
by all means.
Turn up. And she tatted everywhere, so I feel very empty this morning.
Honestly, I see a couple of the hand tattoos.
Yeah, I do got some now. I got them up the sleeve a little bit. You know what I mean? But you styling and profiling though. Inspired me too. You just made me want to do something creative.
Heck yeah.
As soon as I walk in here. And your work on Instagram is phenomenal.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, it's on another level. It's very professional. It's the work that you put in is very consistent. Every time I turn around, somebody's getting tatted up by you. The anime characters, they're just banging out at you and they're just poking out very brilliant light. So tell us a little bit about yourself though. So coming up, first geographically, where are you from?
Oh, okay. That's a kind of difficult question because I was born in Germany. I'm a military brat.
Nice. So, you one of those. Okay.
Yes,
all right, Bratty. Yeah. Bratty time. What's up?
Yes, I spent a lot of my childhood and graduated high school and everything in Germany.
Word.
So Germany was pretty much what I called home. But now Louisville has officially been the place I've been at the longest. So we're going to go ahead and relocate Louisville to being home.
The Ville. So you miss anything about Germany, or were you pretty young whenever you lived in Germany?
So I lived in Germany as an adult as well for a few years. It's the food. That's really what I miss. The food.
I was going to get to that.
Yeah.
I'm the big food man. Always curious about what you're chomping on up there.
Yes, the food is great in festivals, things like that. More like the cultural festivals, you know, like they have these old historic ones like Oktoberfest and stuff like that. It's like what people know.
Turn it up, part of the culture.
They have one in May too, where they raise a big maypole, and the Christmas markets. They're really nice.
I didn't know that. That sounds like a nice creative spot to be in too.
Yes.
Like stay heavily inspired.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool art, especially like in the cities in Germany.
Is it artsy?
It really is very artsy.
Nice.
It's really cool.
I haven't been to Germany, but I hear a lot about it. I've met a lot of people through the military that, you know, they're from Germany and spend a lot of time in Germany.
You should definitely go. It's really fun.
It's bucket list for dig. So tell us a little bit more about yourself coming up. Was you always just a super creative kid that you are right now? Because you're extraordinary creative. You know what I mean? And I knew me and you would, you know, we would connect and vibe well, like automatically, because I'm one of those people. I stay in that creative space quite some time. I've been misunderstood. I get very creative on the fly and on the random, and no one's gonna understand that, you know what I mean? But us crazy creative people. So have you always been like that? Just big dreamer and crafty?
I would say so, yeah. I would definitely identify as a nerd. For sure, like hardcore nerd. So
the Nerds Unite for sure.
Yes. And not just anime, like sci-fi, tabletop gaming, video games, all of that stuff.
So you're into the graphics heavy? That's why I've been.
Very much so. I mean, if it's anything that's animated or like illustrated, definitely.
Street Fighter.
Yes.
Everything inspired me coming up, like Goosebumps. And,
that's true.
Oh man, like Dr. Seuss.
That's so true.
Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Sonic, anything, comic books. So yeah, I figured you were in that space somewhere in there.
Yes.
Or even close to it. So yeah, you're probably even more than what I imagined.
Yeah.
You said sci-fi?
Sci-fi too, yeah. Like I've got like a Mr. Spock tattoo, some like sciencey nerdy stuff, books and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Twilight.
Not a Twilight person. Those are like fake vampires, and I was like, what's going on with that? But
Harry
the
Potter?
glittery thing, Harry Potter, yes.
Factual.
Harry Potter, yes.
I figured you may be.
Yeah.
So who's your? I have to get this out of the way. My watch is going crazy. I just bought this watch. I just know. But so who is your? Do you have a top 5 anime character?
Ooh, yes. So my number 1 has to be Luffy. That's my guy. It has to be Luffy. I'm even wearing the Luffy shirt. I think I have Luffy in here at least 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
Number 2 is All Might from My Hero Academia.
Word.
Yeah.
Is that him right there?
Yes, it is. A big like yeah.
That's a powerful pick.
Yeah. Just like he's got big dad vibes too. So I really appreciate those dad characters, kind of like Piccolo, stuff like that. Just kind of dad vibes.
Some of those traits and characteristics.
Yeah, you're like, man, there's a good character. I would like him in the real world. So people like that, for sure.
What about Naruto? I hear about him a lot.
So don't get me wrong.
What's significant about Naruto?
Well, there's a lot because I mean he's essentially like this kid that like he low-key saved the entire village, but nobody gave him the credit for saving the whole village. So he's kind of this kid that no one thought was gonna be anything, and came up to literally be Hokage, which is like, I guess, like king ninja of his village.
So he's having to earn his flowers and his respect.
Yeah, so you see him like ground zero, like not good at anything, and it's like his come up story.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. That's what adds the theme of the story. Right?
It's so good. It's so good.
That sounds dope, bro. I wish I could get more into the characters. I will. So, and then you like regular characters like Pikachu and all them?
Yeah, Pikachu's awesome and stuff like that, like Pokemon and stuff.
Pokemon.
I didn't really get too much in the show as much as like the trading card game and even the Pokemon Go and stuff. I was more into stuff like that.
What about when the game came out on the phone and you see people like looking for Pokemon in the public?
That was a weird time.
Like at Starbucks, like, oh, there's a Pikachu. Like,
that was a weird time because like people were coming out their house that you never saw leave their house before, and you're just like, wow, I didn't know the world turned virtual. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting at like the gyms and stuff, trying to fight battles.
We were stuck in the Matrix at that time.
That was a weird time for sure.
So who's some of your top inspirations creatively coming up?
Are you talking about like real world artists or
just period? Who inspired you? Period. Who made you want to like just grab the notepad and just get to work, just draw and sketch and go crazy and go ballistic with it? So mine were definitely like comic book artists and stuff like that. That was definitely my childhood come up. So One Piece, I'm a diehard fan. So Eiichiro Oda, he's the guy that writes One Piece. Huge inspiration. Also the guy that created Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama. We was going to get to that. There's a lot of Dragon Ball fans out there. Shout out to the Dragon Ball folks.
It's true.
They're getting bigger too. Like the fan base is growing.
Yeah. It was like really huge in Latin America and stuff like that. I found out because like they had it free on television while a lot of like America had to pay for it. Like we didn't like get that as regularly, so it's really huge in that part of the world. But like it's great. I mean, the storyline is not my favorite, but it's iconic as far as like the character design.
Legendary.
Legendary, and then the fighting scenes. It really revolutionized some of the fighting scenes in anime.
That's pretty cool. And I like how they, anime, they fit that kung fu and all that jujitsu and all that mixed into the action situations, right? Yeah. Yeah, you even see that kind of like in their sports anime and stuff. Like they turn it into almost like a like superpower kind of like feel. Like everything's over the top with anime, but it's great. The thing is that anime tattoos is kind of a new space in tattooing. So within the last 5 years or so, I'd say it kind of gained popularity. But there's still a lot of shops that they don't really consider it a real style of art, which is crazy because it's like an entire style of art. Is insane. I think it's very unique in it. It's just unique and great, brilliant. It's authentic. It's original. The idea behind it. I love it. I can agree. I think it's amazing. I'm here to acknowledge it and put shine on it because it deserves it. Yeah. I think so too. Like, I love that
now, especially in Louisville, we even have things like anime movies playing in theaters and stuff now because they realize that there is that huge market for it that they never tapped into until very recently. So I'm just glad to see it grow and get bigger here because I loved it since I was a kid. So
it's very much growing. And you're part of one of the originators of bringing that culture into the area, I feel like.
Definitely.
I don't see more anime shops on the street.
Yeah. We have a couple of different other anime artists. Usually I'm pretty cool with most of them. And some of them I just haven't got to meet yet. I don't think I have like any beef with any anime tattooer. I think what it is.
Shout out to the artist.
Yeah, is anime tattooers specifically are just super chill vibes. Like they're always like, they're kind of nerdy themselves. They realize that like, you know, this was not like a space that was normally part of the tattoo world. So they're super inclusive. And I guess I really enjoy too that, you know, environment, that company of artists as well. So
relative to that, there's that transparency there.
That's true. There's not as much like ego that you kind of see in the tattoo world where they're just like, oh yeah, my style is superior or anything like that. They're just kind of like all inclusive. And it's really, really cool.
It is very cool. The level of authenticity behind it is crazy. And so you just wake up wanting to draw every day, huh?
I do. So I don't do anime tattoos every single day. I wish I did. But, you know, people still want, you know, a rose with like, you know, a memorial and stuff like that. So I still have those clients and stuff. But definitely when someone comes in and they want like a custom anime piece, that makes my day. Yeah, it's my favorite. That's my favorite ever.
Nice. You balance your schedule out pretty well?
Yeah. So just because it's me and one other artist, I wanted to be open 6 days a week, but I also didn't want us to burn out. So I was like, let's reduce hours. So we are doing 6-hour days for 6 days a week with 1 day off. So that usually limits me to about 2 clients a day now, when I used to be able to take about 3 a day. But I prefer that, like having longer mornings and leaving earlier. So
pacing yourself so you won't get overwhelmed.
Yes, because I will overwork myself and then I'll burn out, and my burnout is not a very healthy.
So you're a workaholic.
Yeah, a little bit. You
start down on them Red Bulls.
I get anxious about, you know, things like bills and stuff like that. That gives me anxiety. So
it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to process sometimes. It
really is.
Speaking of that, speaking of organization, are you an iPhone or an Android person?
Oh man, I've been iPhone since 2008.
Team game. We know we accepted it for a reason. This is Team iPhone.
I get real judgy with that bubble. Like when I send you a message and it doesn't turn blue, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
how long you been iPhone, Kandi? Since when?
2008.
Man,
it's been a while.
Listen to this person. Listen to this incredible entrepreneur / anime artist. Listen to her. She knows what she's talking about.
Well, not to mention too, the algorithms for social media prioritizes iPhone.
Ooh, that makes sense.
It does. People, they prioritize it. So people don't like to talk about that, but it's true.
One day I had this iPhone. I'm like, I'm paying a lot for it anyway already. I may as well maximize the opportunity and get the best out of it, the most out of it.
Yeah. We'll see if they still prioritize it because, you know, other smartphone companies are getting pretty good now. So I'll admit that. So.
Man, how you feel about artificial intelligence?
I have a love-hate relationship. The reason why is because with the art and stuff like that, I'm feeling a little sketchy about that because I don't like, you know, it taking over the arts, like the music and things like even creative writing spaces. However, there's been plenty of times where I needed assistance with like, hey, I need to post on this date. What is the best time? Can you help me with some hashtags, so on and so forth? It really helps you as like an independent, I guess like an entrepreneur, I guess. Like you have an assistant that is essentially for free or very cheap. And they really do help a lot. So love, hate.
There's just ups and downs. It's pros and cons.
I think it does need regulation, but it shouldn't be taken away. It's the future.
Do you feel there's more pros and cons as an entrepreneur and a business person?
So I would say at the moment how it's used, probably more cons than pros. Just because as it's used now, how it's unregulated, I could see a lot of people like job loss, things of that nature.
Yeah, people mention that a lot.
Yeah.
That aspect of it. Is that a little bit scary to you?
Well, at the moment, they're not interested in tattooing.
Yeah, not in your
at
field.
the moment. But I have had people that bring in AI tattoos, and it's just like, yes, or they'll be like, hey.
Break that down. What?
So.
Explain that.
So, it's bad. It's bad.
That sounds different.
So people will find things on like Pinterest or something, and they'll think that it's a tattooable image. Like, for instance, a hand that's got like portraits and crazy stuff. But then you have to break it down to them and be like, that's AI, and that won't actually look like that. And they get confused because they think it's a real picture.
That's mind-boggling.
I know. It's crazy.
Wow.
We can usually tell just by saying so much AI. But a lot of like normal everyday people, they don't see it enough, so they don't know.
So on the regular, you're like, yo, that's AI.
Yes.
You need to go.
Yes, all the time. But on the flip side, I've had some like really difficult creative ideas from people where they're like, hey, let me try to plug it into AI and kind of show you what I'm talking about, or like they're bad with explaining things. So sometimes it's helped.
They are.
Yes.
People are, like, just like making customized clothes. People they'll start off and they're so sure about that design, and then it'll go probably at least 10 different directions. Yeah. So I'm patient with them, and I make sure they're patient about giving the ideas.
No,
I'm like, you want to give it some thought? Just respectfully, you know what I mean? You want to ponder and contemplate on that just for a minute. I mean, make sure that's what you want. But especially with tattoos, I mean, that's permanent.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's been times where I've literally spent the time to draw their bad idea so they can see it, because they won't listen if you say it's a bad idea. They need to see that it's a bad idea sometimes. But that it's taxing because, like, again, you're not. Well, I personally don't charge for drawing the design. I only charge for the tattoo. Right. So sometimes I'll spend that 30 minutes, an hour to get this horrible design ready just to show them it's a horrible design.
I can relate.
It's like, that's not going to work, and this is why. And then they get it.
I can relate to that. Very much so. Like, you want me to draw first?
Yeah.
And then...
Because people hate hearing no. They absolutely hate that. And then they're the first ones to run onto, like, the internet to be like, 1 star, she wouldn't work with me. And it's like,
really?
Well, it was a bad idea.
Oh,
well,
they were reaching right there.
Yeah, I haven't luckily had that, but I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that happen with other artists where it's
that's crazy work.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, this person said my idea is bad. And it's like, well, so we're not trying to insult you. We're trying to prevent. Yes. Yes, people do that all the time. I think they feel like they're getting their lick back or something. They're like, you told me no, that's fine.
In a cowardly way.
1 star.
Yeah. That's whack. But that's an interesting situation behind a creative space, right? Like, a lot of people may not even see, like, having to come up with last second designs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's a lot. But you handle it pretty well. Let me ask you this though: with you being such a creative person, would you enjoy the business side or the craft side more?
Honestly, I don't know. I like both. Yeah. So, because like there's some creative things, because, you know, it's their tattoo. It's not always something that I enjoy doing. You know, it's just like, okay, this is going to pay some bills. So we're going to take this on. Exactly. Yeah. And so you take that on and you do it. But I mean, there is a certain amount of happiness when you're like, a client comes in, they're like, this is kind of what I want, but you have artistic freedom. It's like mind-blown happiness. You're like, thank
it's like,
you.
oh, wow, this is the day I get to really enjoy and lock in. Yeah.
People don't understand too, like, tattoo artists will give you discounts, you will be homey, all sorts of stuff if you just let them do their thing. Yeah. But a lot of people just have control issues.
I know what you mean.
But I mean, I feel them though. It's your body. You got to go home with it. You get to walk out and I'll never see you again. So.
Yes. But you as an artist, it's a very much therapeutic position that you're in. Yes. Yeah. And it's hard to get people to even understand that completely, and they never will.
Yeah. And there's another level of it too. Like, I try my best not to like irritate the clients too, because after that process, I got to sit with you for hours.
Yeah, that's a
so
good point.
I gotta sit there and look at you for hours on end.
There's
so
no rush in the job.
Exactly. I was like, we're gonna have to just make this a pleasant experience, even if I have to go to the back and say a couple of curse words and come back and just be like, yeah, absolutely. Yes, like I do my best to, like, if they're pissing me off, you will never know.
So how do you deal with that? You ever get bad clients, disrespectful clients, pushy clients? You get a lot of that?
I can't say a lot. I'm really fortunate with my clientele where they definitely respect the artist as like the artist.
Because you usually have your base, your foundation of clientele and clients, but then there's these extras on the side that you're not familiar with. That you have to kind of shape yourself to deal with every day. Yeah,
and there are always the people too that they try to come in and say that they like respect your art, but then they're the ones that are always trying to navigate you. So you can usually tell, like when they're going to be a problematic.
Yeah, you can feel the vibe.
Yeah, you can. Because they're like, yeah, no, I trust you, but, and you're like, that's not exactly trust.
You seem very vibe driven too. You can feel that stuff. You really can. You really can. Well, you got to get up out of here.
Yeah, it's a strong vibe, and I've had people that like they didn't know how to handle their emotions so much to the point, like at a previous shop, our front desk girl answered the phone in a way they didn't appreciate, so they fired me as an artist for it, and I'm like.
It came down on you like that?
Yeah, and I was like, look, she's not my employee, she's a coworker. I can't control how she talks to you on the phone. So
factual.
It is what it is.
You can't control other people's behavior?
Yeah, and it's people like that. They think that they have a bad day, they have like big feelings and they want to take it out on everybody else.
They come in, or they feel entitled since they've been here more than once.
That's true. That's true. They're like, well, I've known you and I've gotten this many tattoos. And it's like, I appreciate that, but I still need you to respect me every day too.
Absolutely.
So,
because you're a professional. Or you're a business lady.
Yeah, and I respect you every day. Like, I'm not going to come in and, like, not do your design and show up 30 minutes late and, you know,
just petty nature.
Be hungover and stuff. Like, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm a big seafood person.
I don't have a gallbladder. Oh, I love seafood.
Really?
I tear down some seafood.
Me too.
All kinds. All kinds. Red snapper, crawfish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Crawfish.
Man, crab cakes with the little sauce on them.
Yeah. It's so hard to find a really good crab cake.
It really is. It's difficult.
So hard.
I found some very, very tasty crab cakes at Captain Quarters. Is where I ate them at.
Captain Quarters. I'm gonna have to try that out. Good. See, my stepdad, he is from Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Oh, you know about
the crawfish boils, I'm telling you.
He's Mr. Crawfish.
Crawfish out here, I'm just like, nah, this has been frozen for days. Yeah. Like, you can taste it.
It's different.
Yeah, it is.
You can taste the freshness is completely
different. Yeah, he had family that would show up at coolers with them live still. So
you gator meat too? You gator?
He did. Yeah. I tried it. It had a texture, a consistency, like a chewy consistency that I wasn't vibing with.
Oh yeah, the texture's everything.
And I think that's what it is with meat with me. So.
Oh yeah, it is with me. I didn't even try guacamole because of the texture for quite some time.
No way.
Man, for a grip, I didn't try it.
That's so
funny. Now my middle name is Guac.
Yes, guacamole. And I will judge the heck out of a Mexican or Hispanic restaurant on their guacamole. Like, if you can't season that, I don't trust the rest.
There's a big issue.
It's true.
All the guacamole I can get freshness.
Yes, or if your salsa tastes like it came out of a can, no.
It's all processed. Yeah. But yeah, it's hard to find good seafood too, like the real official seafood. You can tell the difference. They put a lot of additives and stuff into the fake stuff.
That's true. And we're so landlocked here too. We got the river, but nothing really fresh is coming in.
Did you have any goals, like first coming into the shop, like short term, and then were you thinking long term after that, or?
As far as building the shop, short term goals.
Yeah.
You know, not really strong ones. Really, it was like an immediate survival mode goal.
Day by day?
As long as, bills are paid and everything like that, and we're good to go.
Right.
Then we'll sort it out from there. Right. Because I kind of left my last shop in a little bit of a rush. Not that anything was like necessarily wrong, but there was just an environment I no longer wanted to be in. It's a couple of artists that were,
the chemistry off a little bit?
Yeah, exactly. Like, there wasn't that mutual respect between the artists.
Yeah.
So it was, again, there's so much ego sometimes where it's like, oh, well, their version of tattooing is the only way. And then they always wanted to make you feel like you were lesser of an artist.
Ego always just damages everything.
It does. It does.
Think of all the great bands that existed. Think of probably some of the anime stories. You know what I mean? Think of everything. It's just always ego.
Well, it's always crazy too, because like, especially like, for instance, like with traditional artists, like I don't have anything against traditional artists, but they always glamorize these people in the industry that were trailblazers, but then they want to tell you not to be a trailblazer. It's really strange because like people like Sailor Jerry, like everybody knows Sailor Jerry as an old school tattooer. He was a trailblazer. He was doing things that were different, and he was bringing things to the industry. But then these same people that idolize him want to keep everything in Jerry's time and not progress. And that just, it's contradictory to me.
So you're saying within this market, within this industry of tattooing, you're saying there's a high level of bias.
Yes.
Vision.
Yes.
Okay.
Where they'll have their style of art, and that's what they have decided to focus on as their style, which is completely fine.
Right.
But instead of just being like, this is my style and this is what I prefer, they want to tell everybody this is the only style that
sounds pretty ego driven.
It is.
Because if it was business oriented, I would look at it like music artists, right? Everyone can have their originality and also have their authenticity, their personal fan base.
Yes.
Everyone's different, right? But I think that's what stands out from other generations.
I agree.
I think people used to be a little bit more original and they appreciated their originality a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's interesting that is within this market.
You would think as an artist, though, especially tattooers, we're definitely like, I don't want to say outcast because it's really not that extreme any longer.
Right.
But we're literally kind of like on the outskirts of like the normal art industry. You would think that we would be more open to all sorts of things.
That's why I'm here.
So so I always found that confusing where they'll just be like, well, that style that's not going to hold up. Well, that style that's going to do this. And you're just like, okay, I understand your judgment. But you can respect the fact that somebody can do that art style, even if it's not going to be forever, if you just educate that client and be like, hey, this will last less time, but we can accomplish that for you.
Right.
I think that's a fair judgment and assessment. Everyone's style is valid.
100%. So you feel like they're labeling certain styles as a villain style, or is it more,
Kind of, yes. Not everyone, of course. Like there are lots of artists that are just like whatever, like, and there's like they're really open to things. But there are definitely a large percentage of tattooers or they've chosen a style and it's the only way.
That's so strange.
It is strange. I've never understood that.
It could be fair, and I feel like, but that's what places you in a special realm, right? Because I love standing out and being different and authentic. That's kind of what's kept me on a certain level in life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It could be like, it could be anything, you know what I mean? But there's always somebody that's going to respect it, your indifference.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, because I mean, I will get lots of comments all the time like, anime is not a style, which I disagree with. But two, let's say it wasn't. What's the problem with that? Why is that an issue for you? Exactly. So, okay, that's fine. We could do manga panel. We can do color. We could do black and gray. But that's being a diverse artist.
Oh, man.
So look, why is that an issue?
You're unapologetic, though. Just don't let them get to you. I feel like if you stay focused and stay locked in, you have something very special here.
Absolutely.
Continue to grow and blossom and flourish. And you're shining like a light bulb already. You know what I mean? Your work is very nice and just consistently and efficient and sharp. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much. Yeah. That means a lot.
And really even your Instagram, the way you promote yourself is really professional, very colorful. You know what I mean? And people in that vibrant energy, I feel like people can relate to it, and that's what draws people in. Yeah. That's why you have your regulars, you have your fans. Not fan base, but your clients. That's true.
Yeah, no, I will say too, I have a love for color because I learned early on with tattooing, my skin can't take every color. And so that was unfortunate to learn, like, you know, like yellows and oranges, my skin tone is too close, so you don't really see it when it heals. So I kind of had like a little obsession with color for a bit, simply because I guess I was kind of living vicariously through other clients. Like,
but I think an artist, I think of multiple colors.
Right.
I feel like in every great artist that I've heard, like in in interviews and what do you call it, just stories on their life, they always appreciate all colors. That's usually their answer.
It's true.
They never have a favorite color.
It's true.
Bob Ross, he loves everything. Dr. Seuss, he's like, I love them all.
True. Yeah, because I guess it has to depend on the vibe that you're going for, and every color has its own vibe.
Color has a story.
Yeah, it does. It does. I guess I have different colors for different things. So
you're color theme based. Yeah.
Yes. Like I like to wear blacks and reds a lot.
Yeah.
That's my favorite color to wear.
I feel like that represents explosion.
Do you think so?
Red.
I like red. It's a powerful color.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. It also gives me like slight villain energy, which I feel like a lot of times I'm too nice. Yeah. So I like to look opposite of my personality. So you
don't want to be too approachable.
Exactly. Like I'm just like sometimes I feel like people think they can get away with some things with me because I'm too nice to them about it, and I'm just like,
they'll take your kindness for weakness.
Exactly. So I'm gonna make myself look like tougher.
Hard, keep a wall up a little bit.
Right.
So do you like Marvel and DC a lot?
Do.
Which one do you have a favorite? Which either or do you disrespect both of them?
I would say as far as liking characters, I would say Marvel. I do have a big respect for DC though too. I mean, because they've got like classics, Superman, Batman,
factual,
they've got like super classics that will never die out. But I don't know. I guess I feel that the Marvel universe is more relevant today, and I feel like it's more fun. I guess it's movies and stuff though too. So they haven't done really great with a lot of the DC movies. So
I know what you mean.
Marvel's done better.
The movies do good. But that's always an interesting question to me, especially comic book and superhero lovers.
That's true. That's true. But they often have like equivalents. So like you'll have like like the big dog and Marvel and DC, and they'll have kind of like an equivalent and everything like that. I was looking at a poster recently where they had like the two kind of clashing, and it made me realize I'm like, they do kind of all have like a similar equal. So
there's always been that parallel there. And they've always compared the two.
Exactly.
Always, no
exactly. I don't know who they would compare Superman though to. I think they tried to say Iron Man, but that doesn't quite match up to me because Superman is just way too powerful for that.
Thor, maybe?
I don't know. Really. That's a hard one.
That is tough.
I would say Iron Man and Batman are a better pair up. Yeah, because it's like that rich philanthropist kind of like dude.
I don't know a lot about Iron Man, but definitely Batman.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, he's just a guy that was like depressed and got rich and like built a suit and was like, "I'm going to save people."
Iron Man
was? Yeah. So it's kind of the same.
Working off his emotions.
Yeah. They changed his character a bit for the movie because they don't want to talk about all the alcoholism and stuff, of course. But
I like the Hulk.
The Hulk is awesome. The Hulk is awesome.
I feel like he was more like realistic kind of characters because he kind of had a regular life and then he kind of went into a rage, and his alter ego is basically just anger.
That's
and
true.
Rage and pain.
Yeah. Pain. I really too enjoy the X-Men.
Oh, I'm gonna get into that.
That's a good one.
So you have your top 3 X-Men. Mine is Gambit off top.
Ooh, Gambit's a great one.
My favorite.
From Louisiana too.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's always been my favorite. It's a shame I didn't know that.
He's a good one. Yeah. I would say for mine, it's going to be Mystique, Nightcrawler, and Storm.
I knew Storm had to be thrown in there.
Yeah, no, Storm she's epic. Yeah. Like she's just she's way too cool and
legendary.
Yeah, I can't say she's underrated because she's represented all the time.
So the classic Storm, or kind of how they always put a swing on characters after a while.
True. I think my favorite was late 80s, early 90s when she was in the silver suit.
Yeah,
that's my favorite Storm.
Yeah.
When she went Mohawk, that was not my favorite.
Was a little different.
So yeah. They kind of, I felt, made her a little too tomboyish for my taste, but I could see how it could appeal to other people. So,
what about Mortal Kombat characters?
Mortal Kombat.
So more Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
I was about to say, I'm trying to make sure I don't get them confused because again, they have like parallels and stuff like that. I used to play both of them. but I haven't like actually played one of those games in like quite a few years.
Yeah, it's
now.
been a while for me.
Yeah, quite a few years.
Yeah.
So,
if you had to pick one to play,
if I had to pick one,
yeah,
maybe Street Fighter. Maybe Street Fighter.
I think they're a little bit more edged towards anime.
I would say so because they had the cartoon
anime.
too.
Yeah, you see that?
Yes, I have.
They had Ken and Ryu on there. And all that.
But then they also had the Americans too, and so you had like this representation from like a broader perspective. Not that they didn't in Mortal Kombat though, also, but because Mortal Kombat had like Sub-Zero and stuff like that, and those are really cool.
Sub-Zero's dope, yeah. Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, they're fire.
Liu Kang.
Yes.
Yeah,
so they had some pretty good representation now that I'm thinking about all their characters.
Hell yeah. Yeah, some heavy representation.
Yeah, because then they have the guy from India too with the super long limbs.
Yeah, that's Street Fighter.
That's Street Fighter?
Yeah.
See, I mean, I haven't played them in so long, I kind of get them intertwined. They're almost the same thing.
I'm like that with Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. I don't know where I'm at. And there's so many characters. Like, whenever the cards were really popular, I would see kids bring them to school. And they're like trading them and like, hey, give me your Pluto for Ruto. And
You're
I'm like,
so funny. That's true.
I'm like, they were going bananas over this. So how many characters, do you know how many in total there are in Pokemon?
There's over 1,000 now. I stopped keeping count because there's just too many.
They still add them?
They still do.
Wow.
They still do. And not to mention now, they have like shinies and then like these like different versions of the shinies now. And all sorts of different extra evolutions are coming out. Yes, there's so many. There's so many. I can't keep up. So usually I just rely on the client that if they need something, they tell me and I'm just like, give me a rundown on this character.
Right. I drew a few of them for people. I'm like, who am I drawing? I know I drew like, was it Demon Slayer or Dragon Slayer?
Oh, Demon Slayer.
Yeah, that was my first anime that I actually drew out. Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. That's a good one.
It was fun.
The art style's amazing for that.
But I knew nothing about him, so after that I started doing a little more research and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I think what makes them interesting is the characteristic traits and their stories and
Demon Slayer's really good at getting you emotionally involved with the character right before they kill them.
Oh.
Yes. So I think that they're kind of capitalizing on your trauma.
Yeah. Trying to get your heart into it.
They are.
Slaying them.
They are, because like I think one of the biggest moments in Demon Slayer was, it's not a spoiler anymore because it was like
spoiler alert.
Right? It was when Goku's death. Because
Goku. So that's a popular one. Goku is definitely popular.
Yes, he's a Dragon Ball Z character, but Rengoku is a Demon Slayer one. He's a fire Hashira.
Wow.
So, they make a movie for him. They make him super endearing and super cool and powerful, and you're so invested in him in this movie just for them to take him away.
That's interesting.
I was like, that's wrong.
Oh, man.
Anime loves to do that, though. They're just like, hey, look at this amazing character. We're going to get you emotionally invested with their backstory, and they're dead.
That's what makes it unique, though, right? Yeah.
The sad evenings I've had watching anime.
Oh yeah, I could feel the trauma right now. I could feel the emotion and the.
I have not forgiven some artists, but it's okay. It's all right.
Still ain't forgiven.
Yes.
Whew. What's one of those ones that really touched you? What's another one?
Of course, One Piece is my all-time favorite.
One Piece.
So, pre-time skip. Luffy, the main character, loses his brother. And that's one of the hardest moments because they get you to this point where he's arrested and they're trying to free him from the government, and they literally bring in thousands of these pirates to come and save this one guy. And then you think that they're there. And then right at the end, he's gone.
The anticipation.
Yes.
Got you.
And then Luffy's right there holding him. So it's just like, it made it so horrible. You're
That's a gut-wrenching storyline. Gut-wrenching.
Yes, but it definitely added a lot of character growth.
That reminds me of the last. It reminded me of the last Squid Game. Did you ever watch that?
Yes, I love Squid Game. That's such
4, 5, 6 had the baby and all that.
I couldn't believe what they did to her too. I was like, y'all knew with that ankle. Yeah. Y'all knew.
Yeah, she was cooked. Like I know she's cooked already. And she just gave up.
Yeah, I thought she was at least gonna try. But you know,
I did too. I honestly thought 4, 5, 6 was gonna save her and the baby somehow. I didn't know how it was gonna work.
Yeah.
And then when it didn't, I was like, oh, they crushed me.
But I'm not gonna lie, the ending is what got me the most. Of course, we don't want to spoil it for everyone that has not watched it, but the ending really got me because I did not expect that.
That was bonkers.
I was like, okay,
yeah,
I wouldn't have done that.
But
yes, but you know, and then to find out that he did all of that just for it to not be over and the next scenes are in America. So I'm just like, okay. Wow. All right. So was that like a message on the fact that we can't dismantle like these higher powers? Or these, I don't
know. That's what keeps me behind, and the curiosity is like, so what did that mean for us?
I was going to say, are you telling us it's hopeless to protest? Like, I was over analyzing that one though, because I was like, what are you telling us here?
Right.
So.
And then at the end, they see the other people.
Yes.
Are they going to continue the games?
Exactly. That's why I was like, don't tell me this was for nothing.
Yeah, because
don't tell me this is a worldwide thing.
That was dramatic.
Like, I know. I was like, we're probably not going to hear from you guys if ever again for at least years. So it's like.
So let me ask you this: as far as business or discipline or motivation, which one do you feel like carries your strength the most?
I would say always discipline, because you're always gonna have times of like low motivation. Like that's just inevitable.
Absolutely.
So, but if you don't have that discipline like foundation, I don't feel like you'll ever be prepared to take on opportunity. So, because I mean, not to be cheesy or anything, but I've always been told that, you know, luck is just, you know, like where your preparation meets opportunity. And then you just happen to be there at the perfect moment. But you had to have prepared to be in that position to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. The universe will speak if you position yourself.
Exactly. So you have to get yourself to a place where you're ready to take that leap as soon as it presents itself.
So you're saying that's where the discipline kicks in, the consistency.
Exactly. How could you set yourself up for that lucky moment if you never even get yourself up off the floor to actually be there ready to jump?
That's a nice perspective. Yeah. They say, are you even prepared for your opportunity?
True.
What about if it really comes?
Yep, because you do have to
really
be ready.
Question yourself.
Exactly. And I definitely got to feel that firsthand because like for 2 years I was saving and preparing and everything like that. And I was preparing to buy a house. But all of a sudden during my like house searching, this building came up and it's a commercial building.
Talking about the universe.
And I wasn't planning on that, but I was just like, hey, could I? So literally the day it was
you knew you could. As soon as you seen that opening, you knew you could do it. And that's what stands out from you and the other people that could have done it, right?
Exactly.
You seen it and you seen the vision as soon as you grasped the opportunity.
So once I put in my application and I got it, I was just like, I never expect, like this was not a planned endeavor.
You made the step.
Exactly. So I was just like the 2 years of me prepping to just get a house, me saving and stuff like that.
Right.
I didn't know what opportunities were going to show up, but then all of a sudden when something did, it was just like, I'm here and I'm ready. Let's go.
Beautiful. And I'm glad you were prepared for it. You know what I mean?
Again, lucky. That's what lucky
is.
What if you had to go?
What if you had to be like, oh, where's my... You know what I mean? Where's my preparation notepad at? You know what I mean?
I tell artists all the time because we're an industry that we're kind of bad with money. So a lot of artists don't like to save. They don't like to have insurances.
The money management part.
Exactly.
It's not
we're good at making money. Don't get me wrong. We make money all day, but like saving money, investing money, especially things like retirement plans, things of that nature. A lot of artists, especially tattooers, are not well educated in that. But I was fortunate enough to have parents that were really, really like educated on that stuff. So it definitely set me up in a position that I feel that unfortunately a lot of independent artists are not set up in. But I always tell people like, start saving today. Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Start saving, invest in yourself. You don't see the reward right away, but you do.
Yeah.
Like it comes back and you're just like, damn, like, wow, that was so lucky. But again, it's that dedication and then having that opportunity. Since, the beginning of 2025, it's been A weird year.
It's a little bit different.
I don't think anyone really knows how to navigate it. This administration just doesn't give you any guidelines on what to expect next, so it's hard to try to figure that out.
If things change so
very quickly
and consistently,
and nobody's on the same side, so it's constant fighting at all times, and we're super divided at the moment. So I mean, it's really hard to kind of navigate this, and you can feel it with our clients too, that they don't know like what their money's looking like, and they're spending less and stuff like that. And some artists have been smart and they've kind of reduced their prices, or been, more, giving to the people that don't have as much, because we are very blessed and very fortunate.
Absolutely.
So
do you think some of it is psychological?
It could be. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because at the same time, we're not in a physical recession right now. Right. But people are still feeling as if they don't have as much money. People still feel like they're spending more money.
Some of the psychological, there is something that we're all battling at. We're always battling the economy and economic growth. But,
for sure.
But I was just interested to see if you thought some of it was psychological.
Yeah, and I'm constantly seeing posts online, especially with tattooers, talking about, well, I'm slower, I'm concerned about the future, things of that nature. Wow. But there's been times where I look back and I'm like, oh, was I doing better during COVID? Yeah, I think everyone was doing, as far as like tattooers were doing better during COVID, because everyone was kind of like revenge getting tattooed, revenge traveling, doing all this stuff, like spending so recklessly because they were like in lockup for like half of the year. I think it's just getting back to normal. And now we have too this influx of artists too that, they were following their dreams during COVID because nobody knew what was coming up in the future. And now we have this like big boom of artists and stuff. So now you got to work harder to stand out. Yeah, the independency just grew. It catapulted. Yes. Like, I've never seen so many small businesses. Exactly. People don't want to work a regular 9-to-5. They want to be their own boss. They want to do social media. They want to have like an online job. And I respect that. But at the same time, people just need to understand that also means that it's going to be competition. Absolutely. That's just what it is. And it's not as easy as it looks. It's not. It's not. And it's so hard to be accountable to yourself, to wake up every day to do the work sometimes. Yes. Where it's like, I don't want to go to work and I know I'm my own boss, but guess what? I still have bills to pay. I still need to do things. I still need savings. Like, that's why you pick that discipline. You know how it feels. Like, there's been plenty of days where I'm like legitimately sick and I'm just like, I cannot take today off. Can't move your arms. And no, I feel that though. Oh, I love this establishment. And what's the name of it again? For the people in the back. Lucky Neko Tattoo. Lucky Neko Tattoo. Make sure you get down here on Preston. A website? Oh, yes. It is LuckyNekoTattoos with an S.com. Make sure you all visit the website. There's plenty of examples on there, I'm pretty sure of, especially on her Instagram. It's booming, it's crack-a-lacking and popping. Everything just looks brilliant on there. She does incredible, unbelievable work. She's an incredible artist. Thank you. That's why I'm here today. I wanted to shine light and acknowledge her on that and let her know she's going to get her flowers today. Not later, today, right now. Thank you. Yeah, so keep doing those sharp designs. It makes me want to get tatted. I will get tatted today, but it looks like there's not time. People's going to start flooding in. They're going to beat me to the chase today. But I will be back to get tatted. Don't worry, I got you. I appreciate you. Y'all get down here. And do you have any other social to add? My personal social is Kandi, Kandi, Killjoy, all one word. And then, of course, the shop's social media is Lucky Neko Tattoo with an S. Always with an S at the end. Come shop. Yeah, let's get the business.
Yo,